Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Froze Bets. Got another free picks video for y'all today here on Wednesday, December 4th. NBA, college basketball, whatever y'all got on the board. I'm finding the best value for y'all today, including some daily grind optimized AI slips that give us the best chance to cash out. So I've been cashing out on those. I'm gonna show y'all some of those slips. But if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, what the hell are you doing? Subscribe to the channel. I'm posting picks every single day. Now that we're at the new pad, I ain't got nothing stopping me from posting every single day. So be expecting picks for college football, college basketball, NBA, everything going forward, NFL playoffs. Your boy got it. One more thing, I'm going to be giving out some free slots to my VIP picks this weekend. So if you guys want to lock in with those picks, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to show you guys how to lock in with the free VIP slots, boys. First of all, let's get into the recap of yesterday's picks. Start out with the PrizePicks slips that I gave y'all yesterday for Taco Tuesday. Here, we went 5 out of 6 on the picks, boys. Unfortunately, Chucky Hepburn did hook us here on the fantasy score. Honestly, it wasn't even close to that 33.5, which sucks because the rest of these guys, honestly, these were all locks. I mean, only the closest one was Miles Turner, but even then, like, that didn't even look too close either. And then Fears obviously went over easily. So these are my favorite college basketball and NBA, slips yesterday. And as you guys can see, we went pretty good here, 5 out of 6. Unfortunately, Chucky didn't hit for us. There was a couple like unders that I could have chosen, but I did go for his fantasy score. So this one did miss for us, unfortunately. But we were pretty close. This one was pretty close. Obviously, if you did put $5 on this one like I did for Taco Tuesday, you would have doubled your money. And if you would have put a taco with each of these picks, guys, we would have hit out on 5 out of 6 of these slips. So overall, if you guys aren't maxed out on tacos and you guys were able to pair these up individually with the taco, you guys might have been able to profit yesterday, which is great news. And unfortunately, the other slip that I gave y'all, I'm not sure if I gave this into the video, but I believe this was an AI slip. Unfortunately, everything went the other way on this one. So unfortunately, on that one, it missed. Here on Underdog, here's a result. This is the free no sweat bet that I gave y'all yesterday. It does go 2 for 4. We get our money back, so no sweat. And then another pick that I gave y'all on Underdog is this one. This is an AI slip, I believe. We had 4 out of the 6 right now cashing out for us. We're just waiting on 2 esports props. But guys, this is the power of AI, man. I mean, look at this. Some NBA, some esports. Everything's falling into place for us, boys. I mean, these are 2 correlated slips, Cat and OG Anunoby. 2 great correlation. Obviously, OG was very close. I'm pretty sure that he did go over, honestly, because he was like very close to going over. But obviously, we got good luck here. Clark barely goes over. So I feel good about this slip, guys. We just went on 2 more esports picks. And stay tuned because we're going to have some more slips just like this one. Unfortunately, the rebet slip that I showed y'all yesterday did not cash out. But we're feeling good about this one going forward. And y'all, let's get into the picks for today. We got a bunch of value. Without further ado, let's get into it. So first of all, on the PrizePicks board, we got RJ Davis going under his 30.5 PRA in college basketball. Some pretty good college football value here with Tyler Warren under 6 receptions. Not really sure how I feel about that one. He kind of does get fed quite a bit, so I don't know how I feel about his under receptions. Nick Boyd under 17.5 points in assists, college basketball. Jaden Atkins as well, 17.5 points in rebounds. This is going to be a big college basketball and NBA video, just in terms of just a value perspective and also AI. So first, let's make a PrizePicks slip here. I'm really liking this under for RJ. So we'll go to the board here, add him to the slip. And as you guys know, I'm making all these slips live. That's what we do here. I'm not faking any of these slips, putting my own money on each of these. RJ's still up at 30.5 PRAs. So we're going to go ahead and add him to the slip on the less. And guys, as you can see here, this is why this is a good pick at 32.5. And guys, this is why it's a good pick, because at 32.5 PRAs, he's favored at -179 on the under, or a 59% chance to go under here. Projected for about 33.10, which is quite a bit, and it is a little bit over, but the sportsbook have him favored under. He's at 30.5 here on PrizePicks, so I'm gonna take the under for RJ Davis. And guys, we have some more good college basketball bets here. Nick Boyd, obviously 17.5 PAs under. He's projected for about 14.10 here. Underdog has him at 17.5 as well. Sportsbook has him at 18.5. They favor him at the under at 57%. So I like Nick Boyd here to go under at 17.5 PAs. Let's see if we can find him on the board here. Search up Nick Boyd. Looks like he is here. So we're going to go less on Nick Boyd, obviously. And guys, we're building a nice little college basketball slip here. Feeling good about our chances here. Let's keep finding some good slips in college basketball. Another one, Jaden Atkins on MSU, under 17.5 PRs. About a 54.5% edge on this one. At 18, he's favored on the under at -157, or about a 56% chance to go under. He's projected for about almost 16 PRs. Underdog has him at the same line of 17.5. So another under spot here that I'm feeling good about on PrizePicks here. Of course, this is for Jaden Atkins. So let's head over to PRs on PrizePicks here. And as you can see, guys, here, Jaden Atkins under his PRs still on the board here. All these picks starting later in the day, so you guys will have plenty of time to lock these in. So feeling good about these 3 picks, boys, in college basketball. Let's see if we can find some more picks today. A lot of value on the board. Of course, anything above a 53% chance is some positive EV for us. It's like flipping a coin and getting heads 54% of the time here. And if you guys are betting on these, it's always going to be good, profitable in the long term. Obviously, that's what positive EV is, expected value. So anything above a 54 is what I'm trying to target here. Just some good bets. Isaac McNeely on Virginia here, under 17.5 PRs. About a 54.2% chance here. This is about in that target range that we're looking at. Sportsbooks have them at 18.5. They're favoring the under at -165. About a 56% chance, almost 57% chance they'll go under 18.5. Projected for about 18.10. Underdog has the same line, but we're going to go under here for Isaiah McNeely as well. And we're already on that same page here, so we can just add him very quickly here if we can find him. Isaiah McNeely under 17.5 PRs. And guys, we got four slips already, or 4 picks already in our PrizePicks slip. Let's keep going. See if we can find some other good picks here. We have a college football pick here. I'm not going to include this one, but if you guys want to add this one to one of your slips, Jacob Barnes, over 5.5 kicking points. I believe Tulane. He's the kicker for Tulane, if I'm not mistaken. Or it might be, no, it's Tulane for sure. 54.2% chance. Another good pick here, guys. At 5.5, about a -140 chance he goes under. So if you guys want some more early college football value, you guys can add that to the slip. Jalen Duren over 8.5 rebounds. About a -133% chance. Almost 54% chance to go over at 8.5. Projected for almost 10 against Boston here. Now, this could be a blowout spot, but we know that Jrue Holiday and Jason Tatum, if we look at the NBA lineups here, Jrue Holiday, Jason Tatum are a game time decision. It's trending that Jrue Holiday might not play. Jason Tatum, if he does play, obviously he's going to get a lot of run time. But in terms of the spread here, it looks like Boston's favored by almost 15. So it looks like probably Jrue Holiday or Jason Tatum will play. So that's why they think, Boston's going to win by so much. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to look for Duren over his 8.5 rebounds and add it to the slip, guys, because I think this is a good bet here, especially against Boston. If either one of them doesn't play, it's probably going to keep it. I would say they probably still lose by at least like 10 points, but I think the 14.5 is quite correct here. So let's see if we can find Jalen Duren here. They did bump him up to 9, so it would be a push prop. So I don't feel too horrible about adding this one to the slip, Jalen Duren at 9 rebounds. Let's see if we can find some more NBA picks to add to the slip here. And for the last pick here on PrizePicks, we got Bogdanovic under his fantasy score at 22. I actually don't feel horrible about betting this one at 22. In this game, we got Milwaukee going against Atlanta. If we look at the projected lineup here, Atlanta and Milwaukee, it looks like Trae Young is probably going to play this game. Giannis probably going to play this game. Middleton's out, Livingston out, Beauchamp out. Milwaukee favored by 4, but guys, I mean, they've been crushing recently, especially Giannis, been playing like an MVP. Obviously, Bogdanovic coming off the bench. So actually, I do like favoring his under on the fantasy score here. Tough matchup. And I think Milwaukee's going to win by a lot more than just 4 tonight, especially if Giannis plays, which he probably will. It's looking like he will play. His color's green, which means he's probably going to play tonight, Giannis. So I feel good. Obviously, it is a back-to-back for Milwaukee, so it could be a tough spot for them to play well against the Hawks. But as you guys know, this is one of the worst defenses in the association. So I feel good about fading Bogdanovic here. So if we can find him here at 22 fantasy score, that would be a good spot to go under on. And it looks like he still is here at 22, so we'll go ahead and fade him, add him to the slip. And guys, we got a 6-man slip here in PrizePicks. Obviously, we're not going to hit too many of these 6-mans, but throughout the year, we're going to hit a couple 6-mans, obviously. And we want the profitability to be there because look, every one of these picks I just showed you has some sort of edge to it, at least over a 50% chance. So we know this slip is going to be plus EV. So we know this is going to be profitable in the long term. And that's the goal really of these videos, is to give you profitable picks. So I'm going to lock this one in for $5, obviously the max I can put on it. And I feel good about this one, locking this one in on PrizePicks. Let's head over to Underdog, find a good pick on Underdog, and then I'll give you guys an AI slip and we can get out of here. And on Underdog, guys, it's a good day in terms of college basketball. As y'all can see here, Jalon Lowell, about a 57% chance to go over on his fantasy score here. This is the top prop bet on Underdog here. And we got quite a bit of a big difference between PrizePicks and Underdog here, almost a 4 prop line difference. So if he falls anywhere in between those two fantasy score lines, guys, we're cashing out on both slips. So we could add a PrizePicks slip and we could do an Underdog slip here, depending on how many we got. Looks like we got quite a bit of prop line differences today. So guys, when we check out Jalon Lowell here on Underdog, looks like they bumped him up just a little bit to 31.55, but it's still a good bet. It still has a good edge here at 31.55. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the Underdog slip today. Not too complicated. We got Norman Powell over 24 PRAs on Underdog. Let's see if he's still up before we take a look at 24. They probably bumped him. Looks like he's still at 24 here, going against Minnesota, a tough defense. I will say at 23.83, he's at a -135 or 55.5% chance to go over that line. Projected for about 24.10, so right about that line that he's at. And then the sportsbook has him about 23.83 or about 24. So the line looks to be about correct, but we're getting a good edge here on Norman Powell. So we'll go ahead and add him to the slip. We got some good value here today on Underdog, so I'm going to keep going with the slips. We got some more NBA picks here on Underdog, y'all. We got Trae Young over 14.5 rebounds and assists at about 14.5. He's at 54% chance to go over here. Not too much more data on him, but I'm going to see if he's still up at 14.5 RAs. And they might have taken his line down here. I'm not seeing it. 14.5 looks like it still is up, but they take the payout just a little bit down. So I'm still gonna add it to the slip just because it's a pretty good chance it goes over. And then LeBron James at 8.5 assists on the over, projected for about 54% chance to go over, projected for about 8.23 assists. Looks like he still is on Underdog here, but it's a reduced payout for him, unfortunately. But we're still gonna add him to the slip here. 4 picks on Underdog so far. Let's see if we can find some more stuff. One I did like was Cooper Flagg on the under for his fantasy score. Understand that he is going against Auburn. It's a pretty tough matchup here against 2 great teams. But the fantasy score line is just way too high, guys. Projected for about 36. The under's favored at 37.85, -177 chance for him to go under. So I'm feeling good about this under for Cooper Flagg here. The line's just way too high for Cooper here. And trust me, guys, I'm a big Cooper Flagg fan here. But I mean, recently he's just hasn't been playing too well. If you guys look at the stats, obviously, I mean, he is a freshman. But if we look at the fantasy score totals, 27, 22 against Kansas. So playing a good team. So as you guys can see, he has been, you know, a little bit more human recently. And, you know, I'm going to go on the under here, guys. I feel good about it, 39.45. Let's look for one more pick here on Underdog. And it looks like Nate Biddle on Oregon here, under 30.85. Also is a great bet here, projected for about 30.84, so around that line. PrizePicks has him at 28.50, so it looks like Underdog is a little bit too high on Biddle here. So go ahead and add him to the slip. Nate Biddle on the Oregon Ducks. Let's see if his line is still up. It is at 30.85. And guys, we got 6 picks in college basketball and NBA today, both on PrizePicks and Underdog, so I feel good about this one. Popping in $5 on it to win 105.75. And boys, as you can see, we've locked in a couple picks for you here today. Feeling good. Let's give you a couple more slips here and we'll get out of here, I promise you. First of all, I have this slip here that I just locked in on Rebet. I feel good about this game. Obviously, with I explained to you guys that, you know, it is a good chance that, you know, either Drew Holiday or Jason Tatum will sit this game. Regardless, though, Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren looking for a good spot here against the Celtics. I'm feeling good about them both going over their points. At least 8 points for Jalen Duren and at least 15 for Jaden Ivey. Both of these obviously have a pretty good chance of happening. Both of these have a good chance of happening because you can see their payout is almost minus 200 for each of them. Then I'm adding Yabusele on the 76ers here. Obviously, no Embiid, no Drummond, so he's going to be the backup center. And to get 8 rebounds, not going to be a lot of work for him. I mean, he's playing starter minutes, playing over 30 minutes a night, going against the Magic. It is a tough matchup, obviously. But I already have Goga favored on the under rebounds and then Yabusele here on the over. So I feel good about this one. Good payout here too. Locking this one in. Put about $250 on this one for plus 307. So, you know, about $10 to pay out. So feel good about this one on rebet. If you guys want to rebet, go ahead and lock in on rebet. Code JOEFROZE. Got to get the deposit match, obviously. And then one more thing, guys. One more slip. Let's get on to the DGF AI slip generator. See what we got here. I'll show you guys something. See if there's anything good right now. Looks like we got quite a few rebet slips. If you guys want to take a look at this one, lock this one in. I'll be locking this one in after the video. We got some flip plays. We got some PrizePicks. I actually might lock this PrizePicks one in. Looks like they're favoring Giannis Antetokounmpo under 10 first quarter points. That is quite a high line actually for Giannis, 10.5. Let's see if it's still up at 10.5 or 9.5, excuse me, because that is quite a bit of a high line. But obviously he could easily crush that. I feel like these AI slips, I don't really do too much thinking, you know, with what I agree with the prop or not. I just add it to the slip because if you guys look at the graph here, over 2,100 units profited, 21% ROI. It's like investing in the S&P 500. You don't really care about, you know, what individual stocks are in there. You just care about the aggregate growth throughout the months, throughout the years. So that's what we're kind of looking at here with this slip generator AI. And it's been since 8/18 this year. I believe it's been running it since 2023, if I'm not mistaken. But they've really been ramping it up more, especially this season. So I feel good about the profitability of this AI slip generator, guys. So I'm going to be locking all these picks in. If you guys want to lock this one in with me, I'm going to do it here on the video. And as y'all can see here, I have the AI slip locked in here. Giannis under 9.5 first quarter points. Jalen Johnson over 13.5 rebounds and assists. Brook Lopez under 18.5 points rebounds. Derek Queen on Maryland under 14.5 points. Pascal Siakam, who I just took yesterday on the over rebounds, got 6, hooked me at 6.5. We're going to try it again today against Brooklyn. Over 6.5 rebounds. And then Techno under 7.5 map 1 headshots. Now, all of these guys will be starting at least 3 p.m. here on Wednesday, December 4th here. So you guys will have plenty of time to lock these picks in, boys. So I've been feeding you on these free picks. All you got to do to get access to my VIP picks, because I know if you enjoy the free picks, you're going to love the VIP picks. I put all of my hard sweat and thought into these VIP picks, y'all. I be stressing about these sometimes. If you guys are interested in those, all you got to do is use my code on any of these apps down here that you see. Underdog, Dabble, PrizePicks, any of these apps, code JOEFROZE. All you got to do, send me proof in the comments. Just be like, hey, I used your code. I'm going to send you a link that's going to get you a month in my chat for absolutely free. All my picks, I'm going to send it straight to your phone in the Telegram chat. Just make sure you have Telegram installed, and I'll send you a link. It's going to get you in the chat for a month. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you, boys. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Go and subscribe if you're not. And we'll do a recap for tomorrow's picks. Posting picks every single day. So go and subscribe to your boy, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.